Hey guys, you're watching Cait Straight Up and I'm your host Caitlin, and today we are going to make our own personal miniature tater tot cheeseburger casseroles or hot dish. Some people call it hot dish, some people call it casseroles, but today we're going to make our own little version, tiny teeny personalized ones just for ourselves. Growing up in North Jersey, I had some friends from Minnesota and they always bragged about a dish called hot dish, and I was really excited to try it when I found out that it had some delicious tater tots in it. Who doesn't love some tots? Everybody loves tots. Hot dish is pretty much tater tots with a bunch of ingredients in it. I feel like it really can't get any better. But one of my favorite versions was the cheeseburger kind. I love a good cheeseburger. I love potatoes. I love beef. I just think it's fantastic. So when I decided to make my favorite cheeseburger tater tot casserole here on Cait Straight Up for you guys, I decided to kind of amp it up a little bit, make it a little bit more fun, and put them in a muffin tin so that we could have personalized casseroles. We're going to start by preheating our oven to 425 degrees and getting some store-bought frozen tater tots. I mean, I guess you could be super aggressive and make your own tots, but we'll do that on a different video. How about we do sweet potato tots? That'll be fun. We'll do that next. However, today we are going to use some store-bought tots for this recipe. Now, this recipe does require 2 turns in the oven, so it's a little bit of extra step, but trust me, it's worth it. So you're going to have a lightly greased muffin tin. You're going to want to make sure that every cup you kind of wipe it around with a paper towel or something, and then you're going to lay 4 to 5 tots in each muffin hole. So depending on the size of your tater tot, if they're like this or if they're circular shape, that's how you're going to decide how many to put in each hole of your muffin tin, because eventually we're going to mash these down to create a nice base, cup-like base actually, for our cheeseburger. That's what makes this super fun. Once you got your tots nice and laid out in your muffin tin, they're going into a 425 degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. After you get your oven preheated, it is time to brown up your ground beef. You're going to do this standard stovetop, just brown it up a little bit, and you're going to add 1/2 of a cup of some nice diced yellow onions. You want them to be very small so that they're not large chunks, and that is eventually going to go into our casserole. I like to add the onion halfway through cooking when the juices from the meat start to come out into the pan. I don't like to do it when it's really rare. Halfway through seems just about right for me. You're going to brown your meat all the way through and then drain the excess liquid by holding your lid down and letting it drain out into your sink. After we browned up our meat and we let that excess liquid drip out into our sink, we got rid of that, we're going to add a couple ingredients into it to kind of make it fun and flavorful. So we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of mayo. I have an avocado oil mayo here that I'm actually really into right now, but any mayo would work. And you're just going to add about 2 tablespoons. Mayo is not the most camera-friendly thing, so ignore that. I'm kidding. And then we're going to add the same amount of ketchup. So I kind of just like to do a little kind of whoop, but 2 tablespoons, I guess, would be kind of what you're going for there. After that, we're going to add the same amount of a pickled relish. We're just going to add that over top, and then we're going to give this all a nice mix. This adds some flavor directly into our meat that we're going to add into our tater tot cups, and it's going to be really good. Now, I think you know where I'm going with this. Tell me that these little tater tot casseroles are not a really good game day snack for when you're watching some football, hanging out on a Sunday, can't decide if you want to go breakfast, brunch, lunch, cheeseburger, mash it all together. You're going to love it. I'm going to put this to the side right now, and let's get going on that special sauce. And now it's time to make our special sauce, which is similar to a Big Mac sauce, for the top of our little tater hamburger cups. They're going to be fantastic. So I have about a cup of mayonnaise in my bowl here, and I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of a regular yellow mustard. I actually have a video for Big Mac sliders with this Big Mac sauce, so be sure to check that out. But I'm going to make it again for you here. I have the same thing, 2 tablespoons of some ketchup. Perfect. We have about 1/2 cup of some relish and a little bit of some white vinegar. After that, we got 3 spices. We got some onion powder. Ooh, that came out fast. We got some garlic powder, just a tiny bit, and we have some paprika. The paprika also helps with that pink coloring. After that, you're just going to start giving this all a mix here and get it really nicely blended together. And we're going to use it for the special sauce of our Tater Tot cheeseburger cups. So after we make that delicious special sauce, we're gonna put it into a Ziploc bag like this, and we are gonna put it into the refrigerator until our cups are done cooking. That way we snip and it comes out real nice, drizzled over top. So after that first 8 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna take my little tool here, or you can absolutely use your fingers if you need to, and you're gonna squish down on your tater tots to make a nice little shell. Squish down the center and kind of put it around the sides. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. You just want to create a nice base by kind of opening up that center, because that's where we're going to add our cheeseburger and our fun flavors. And it's absolutely okay if your tater tots break up. We want them to break up. We want them to go from being tots to being a tater tot shell. So after we have our tater tots pressed out to make that base, we're gonna do our layer of cheese first, and then don't worry, we're doing cheese on top also, so come on, this ain't our only layer of cheese. But you're gonna wanna let them cool a little bit. You don't want them like steaming hot when you put your cheese in, but just a tiny bit of some cheddar cheese in each of your cups. I have some Sargento off the block cheddar here, extra sharp cheddar I think it is. So you can go ahead and grate your own. You can experiment with different kinds of cheeses. If you're a fan of mozzarella, let's do some mozzarella, you know, whatever you want. So we got our layer of cheese, and now we're gonna do our meat. So again, you're gonna wanna kind of push this in. You don't want it to be loosely in the center of your tater tot cup here. You kind of wanna pack it down so that you're making a little mini pie. So I kind of like to go around and be a little conservative first, to make sure that I have enough meat for every one of my little pies here. So, and then I might go back and add some at the end. After you got your meat all pressed down in there, you're gonna do one more little layer of your cheese right over top. You don't want too much cheese. You don't want the cheese to actually kind of like cook them into your pan here. So, you know, go light up top. I mean, I know it's hard, it's cheese. We all want more of it than we should. But, you know, just go ahead and put a little bit on top to kind of make that cheeseburger feel. Then these are going back in the same degree oven, 425 degrees, and they're going in for another 10 to 12 minutes. If you got the pan nice and greased, you should be able to kind of just pull them out with 2 spoons like that, and then we're gonna wanna plate them. We're gonna wanna do the special sauce and some little extra pickles on top on the plate. We don't wanna have to then pull them out after we have the sauce. So plate them first, then get your sauce out. After you have them on your plate, we're gonna go ahead and snip a tiny little hole out of the end of our bag. You don't want it too big. I like to just kind of do a little dot right in the center. You don't have to get super fancy. I have a little bit too much on that top one there. That's fine. Then we're just gonna top our awesome little tater tot, little casseroles with 2 little baby gherkin pickle slices, because it just makes it more fun, if that's even possible. We got Big Mac sauce. We got little tiny baby gherkins. That's how small these are. So good. And there you have it. We have some miniature, little personalized tater tot cheeseburger bites. They look so good. We have some special sauce, some Big Mac sauce up top. We have extra pickles. These are so tasty. You're gonna love them. Make sure to subscribe to Cait Straight Up for more videos like this one every Tuesday. Find me on Instagram and on Twitter. Put all your comments below and tweet at me at Cait Straight Up. I'd love to see some requests, and enjoy these amazing little suckers this football Sunday. See you next time. Bye-bye.